Developers Log 3, a Sucker-Free Games production.
The designers, Danielle Dorsey,
Diner Dash, and Princess Tomato.
Liam McDonald.
Not for any intentional reason other than the fact that we hate you.
The programmer, John Norman.
Alright.
Armed with a fridge of energy drinks, an Xbox 360, and the Torque X 2D engine, this group of gaming geniuses have banded together in an unholy alliance to produce a masterpiece of retro gaming goodness. Dungeons. This is their true story.
In the meantime, watch the Magical Touchscreen Show. You put the little mouse in, you take the little mouse out, you put the little mouse in, and you move it all about. Okay.
Well, I found out why damage wasn't working. That AI, the swarm AI, when it was constantly setting the enemy's state to walk or idle, and so when he did damage, the swarm AI would immediately change it from its hurt state. And so I just added a little condition where the AI wouldn't update when it was hurt or dead. And it should work perfectly now. Boom!
Dead.
Dead. It works! It works! Oh, so long have I toiled, and you finally work!
Show it!
Look, I can...
It's a list.
It is!
It's a list.
You can actually now choose individual animations and add them to a list. It works so well. Did you capture the previous one where I was complaining?
At one point, I think... I know
Where I was complaining had the list and had the complete raw animation data, and I couldn't choose from a nice list of all the predefined animations. I had to customly make it on my own, and it didn't work. I mean, it kept on erroring every single time I tried to load the project, but now it'll work.
So, where did you find this information? Was it off the Torque forums?
Yes, it was. It just so happened that I found it while searching for something else. I mean, the hours I spent trying to search for it in the first place, I didn't get anything. But now, trying to find a solution to another problem I had, I just happened to solve this one. I still haven't solved my other problem. In fact, I'm so overjoyed that I completely forgot what I was searching for in the first place. But it's all good.
So what you're saying is it's like love. You see, you don't find love by seeking it. It finds you when you're not looking for it at all. Until your girlfriend becomes a lesbian. Dear people of YouTube, I have become victorious. I've been working on this since 7 p.m. and it's now 5:16 a.m. I'm exhausted. It's taken me this entire time to get my tablet PC working. Oh yes, I installed Vista within the first 2 hours. I updated all the updates over a period of another hour, and after an arduous and long-waited time, I finally got to pick up the sacred stylus and touch it to the screen, only to have it be about 20 pixels off to the left. I then discovered that the calibration feature built into this thing made it so the upper left and lower left corners work perfectly fine, but when you try to calibrate the upper right, it took like 3 tries to get it to stick, and it took basically the lower right would not stick to this area. It was pretty much dead all through in here. I had to hit it way down here, which then of course made it so I always drew about 4 pixels to the left. Now, why do you ask? Does it suddenly work? Look, it's following it, and it's actually on top of it. Ugh. It's because...
Vista sucks. Yeah. I mean, we all know that. This is America, after all. It was a fine Microsoft product, bringing us such excellent OSs as Windows 98, and of course, Windows XP. Vista is a giant turd. And this is bad, because I'm entering a Microsoft-funded competition, but oh my god. Basically, one of the Microsoft updates, out of the 80 I had to install after putting Vista on this thing, one of them changed something that was basically, it broke almost all Hewlett-Packard tablet PCs. I looked up through the forums, I've been looking and reading and downloading patch after patch, driver after driver, trying to get this damn thing to work, and you know what eventually worked? An open source piece of shit program. Yep, it's really, really lame. I mean, this has to be the most... It looks like something from Windows 3.1. I mean, this program looks like crap. But the calibration actually worked, and now I can draw. with my stylus. I think it's going to be excellent with our new copy of Art Rage. Hope Danielle likes it. After all, she's the much better artist than I, but I'm the sprite guy, so I'll be putting the little sprites together with this thing, and hopefully they come out a little bit better than my previous ones. Not just because I have better tools doesn't make me a better artist. I probably will still suck fairly hard. But I'm learning, and I finished 2 of my books, and I'm learning more. The big thick book I'm still working on. But, lots of video tutorials, lots of progress.
And I'm going to bed.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know why.
But it's cool. So once
Yes, it is cool. So
once again, a bug has become a feature.
yes. Oh, so many features.
We're talking about the Kobold slide. Should show them. Show them cute.
Fine.
It's so beautiful, John. I love what your work.
I made them slide a bit when they die instead of just dying in place, and they kind of.
Oh yeah.
Oh, get away from me.
Yes, I love the out of focus camera work. Yeah. And we're gonna get a little update here on John's faith meter now. John, do you still think we can get this thing on time, under budget, and getting an A for our contract work?
Well, under budget kind of implies that we have a budget to begin with, when actually we don't. And let me see here. This week has been William continuously screwing up on his computer work and failing to get anything done.
That's a lie.
That is a lie, but for dramatic effect. And Danielle's been too busy with her schoolwork to finish the backgrounds. But let's just say I have passive optimism. Okay, well, let me explain something here. I was having trouble getting the combo system working because I was like, how am I going to synchronize this combo system with my movement and my damage components and my animation components? And it was really frustrating me. I had to sleep on it. But I finally came to the realization that I was having a player movement, a player animation, a player damage component. I was having all these components when they should all just be one component. So I merged them all into a single player component, and it solves all my problems. It's just staring me in the face. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. But by doing that, I was able to get this whole system working. Oh crap, why did I do that? Anyways, so I was able to finish up the combo system, and I gave Rose here a 4-hit combo. And see, he tacked once, tacked twice, tacked 3 times, and tacked 4. Yeah, 4-hit combo. That's awesome. Here's my combo component, and so what I do is I give it a name. The name, its only use is for the animation system, because the game will prevent an animation from playing if you call it twice. And so it's so when we're moving, so the animation system is constantly checking to see what we're doing. And so if our state is in like the move state, walk state, it'll set it to the walk animation. But to prevent it from calling it from constantly overriding its own walk animation, I give them different names. So the name, I specify the animation from the animation list, and I can also apply a force to it, and I can also set it to force by direction. What that does is if I'm looking this way, it'll negative the X force, and so you can always, so you just give it a positive force of 5 and say force by direction, and it'll move 5 each way. The timeout is part of the system I have. If I specify timeout, it'll basically freeze the player movement for that time. It's so the animation itself plays in 1/4 of a second, and so I'd specify like a timeout of 300. So it'll lock the player from doing anything while the animation plays, basically. So if a timeout is active, it won't move the player. And they can also specify individual damage for each.
Anything else?
Not this time. Oh, we are going to get a new book, and we're all hungry.
Don't be a sucker.